Hey everybody, Tal here. Today we're talking about meaning in life and how meaning can actually help us come to better answers and solutions to many things that we are now dealing with, a lot of question marks that we have in our lives, whether it's COVID, vaccines, elections, voting, all of these things can really come into place when we see the bigger picture of life. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Tal here. I am a spiritual psychologist, and I'm here to help you live your life from love so that you can feel joy, happiness, and true fulfillment. And today we're talking about the question of meaning. Now, I remember myself when I was younger, maybe 21, 22, I was driving my car. I think I was a student at the time studying psychology at university. And I remember myself driving my car in Tel Aviv on a nice day and stopping at a stoplight, and while I was waiting for the light to change, I was looking out and I was looking at the sky. There was this nice view and there were these big white clouds. And this thought entered my mind. And the thought was, I was thinking about all of these people living their lives so seriously, so demanding. Even those, big business people, the CEOs, the people in control of their governments. And I thought, none of these people actually know why we're even here. Like, nobody knows the meaning of life, our highest purpose. What is this all about? And I thought, how can we live our life without knowing that? It must mean that all these things that we're so serious about, they may actually have no meaning. They may actually be completely useless and not necessary, and maybe we're just doing it all wrong. And so thinking this thought, it was, I think it was part of my spiritual awakening, because from there on, I just continued asking this question and finding answers. And you know how it is when you have a question, you'll find the answers. So you're drawing them to you. Questions are so important because of that. And so I understood that if I don't know the answer to this question, then I can't really know that I'm living my life well, that I'm actually making the most of it. And so at the time, I think I began to devote my life to finding answers, to understanding who I am and what this life is, as I believe we all should, especially living in our times, especially when the entire world is undergoing so much change, where so many of our old ways of being are being questioned, are being changed, are being asked to be transformed. And so it's actually a big help that we're receiving from above to let go of our hold on things so that we can dream a new life, create a new life and a new way of being that is more healthy, that is more aligned and more natural. But I feel that to do that, we really do need to understand the bigger picture, because that will help us know what is true and what is important and what is not. So over these years that I was searching things, the answers that I came by, and this was a gradual process. What I'm sharing here with you is something that I believe to be true after going through all of these different methods and teachers and books and ways of thinking. And what I discovered is that the bigger meaning to why we're here, the bigger why, is that we are here to grow consciously, to evolve consciously, and to achieve a higher state of being, a higher state of consciousness that is completely connected to everything else, complete oneness, completely full of love, light, knowledge, knowing, awareness, and completely free of all the constraints of this physical life, free of time and space and pain and suffering and death, free of all of that. So that is where we're all headed, a higher level of consciousness where we're all connected and we're all living in complete knowing of who we are and what this is, and how to fulfill ourselves and feel happy at last. Now, what this means is that what we need to be doing with our time here is not to be following material pursuits, from the time we're born till we die, to just eat and drink and enjoy ourselves on this limited experience, this limited level, but rather to seek to evolve our consciousness, evolve our perceptions, evolve our senses so that we can experience more and more of this reality. And it means that as we do that, we should also be investing more time in learning and in being closer to nature, because nature, this system around us, is really giving us the examples of what it means to be adhered to higher consciousness and to love. So by knowing this truth, by knowing that that is where we're headed, it can help us choose the way we react to many things. Just like I said, choose the way that we react to the changes happening in our world right now. Use them as indications that we can change, that we can let go of things that are no longer working for us. To invest more time in our families, invest more time in our personal and spiritual growth, invest less time in shopping and traveling and external pursuits, and making it a show for everybody else to see. And of course, delving more into our spiritual and conscious evolution, because that is where we're headed. And the more that we invest in that, the quicker and easier the process can be. And the third thing is connection with other people, because again, that is where we're headed, to oneness. The more we can connect, the more we can feel our responsibility over others, our interconnectedness, our interdependence, how we influence everybody else, the more that we want to be a positive beacon of life and love and giving towards others, the more aligned we are with this process, and the easier it will be for us. So by understanding the end goal, we can understand better what we need to do right now, who we need to be, what we need to become. And by wanting to be that and really consciously moving in that direction, we speed up our evolution and we make our life in the now much easier and much more sustainable and much happier. So I hope this little thought is helpful for you today. Let me know in the comments, where are you in this process of finding meaning, of understanding the bigger picture, of choosing the things that are right for you, not succumbing to pressures, social pressure, or things that are expectations that you experience, but rather living from the heart and from what you feel is right for you. Where do you feel that you are in this process? Let me know so that we can continue this discussion. And if you have any questions or topics you want me to discuss, then let me know. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.